Hello, I am Hee-Won Lee. I am a researcher of KIAT, the funding agency for international R&D in Korea. It is my pleasure to have this opportunity to present how to participate in Xecs cluster in Korea today. My presentation will cover the national application process, eligibility criteria, funding rules, and partner matching platforms. To begin with, I will briefly overview the Eureka Cluster R&D program in Korea. For Korean participants, all types of companies, including large enterprises and SMEs, universities, and research institutes can participate in the consortium and receive public funding. However, in the domestic consortium, participation of a Korean private enterprise is mandatory. To form a cluster consortium, the consortium must consist of participants from at least 2 different Eureka countries. Domestic application period is twice a year, first year half once and second year half once. And Korean participants can submit their application to KIAT's application platform. It is important to know that only projects that have been selected during the central evaluation of each program can proceed to domestic evaluation in Korea. Moving on, I will explain the national funding criteria details for Korean partners as each country has its own funding eligibility criteria. KIAT can fund selected Korean consortiums the maximum of 500 million Korean won, which is approximately 380,000 euros, for up to 3 years, and the funding type is grant. Korean consortium can consist of companies of all sizes, universities, and research institutes. I would like to emphasize once more that a Korean consortium must include at least 1 private company. Korean company must have been in operation for at least 1 year based on the date of the application deadline. Last but not least, the company is required to have a corporate R&D center accreditation issued by the Korean government. This chart demonstrates the ratio of public funding and private matching funds in Korea. The total cost for the project for each participant is comprised of public funding and private matching funds. The ratios differ by the company size. The larger a company is, the more its private matching funds are required. The cash ratio of private matching funds also increases according to the company size. However, universities and research institutes are exempt from private matching fund requirements. This is a diagram of the Eureka cluster application and selection process. When the project is labeled by the cluster committee, then each consortium should prepare for national submissions. It is important that in Korea, only projects that have been labeled as the Xecs cluster projects are eligible for national submissions and can proceed to domestic application in Korea. This page demonstrates the national evaluation criteria. In the evaluation process, the project should not have already been implemented and it should not overlap with other ongoing publicly funded R&D projects. The project with a total score of 70 or more is eligible for funding from the Korean government. We evaluate technological capacity, R&D capacities, marketability, and international cooperation strategy. Moving on to the last part, I will provide information on how to find Eureka cluster research partners in Korea. In order to discover Korean research partners, there are 4 partner matching platforms available. First, the B2B Match site. It is a quick and easy way to meet potential cooperation partners. Second, the Enterprise Europe Network site. You can find the local contact points in South Korea to discover R&D partners. Third, if you have further questions, you can also contact the KIAT Europe office. Lastly, there are 6 national collaboration centers that each have a specialized research area. You can contact the platforms accessing the site or sending an email as written in the chart. About the 6 national collaboration centers, I would like to provide more explanation. As you can see in the chart, there are 6 national collaboration centers that each have a specialized research area. You can contact the National Collaboration Center by sending an email to the contact points written in the table. Thank you for listening.